Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Jeffrey Chase. I'm the Dean of Undergraduate Studies.
And good afternoon. My name is Rick Hovda. I'm Dean of the College of Education. We welcome you, graduates, parents, family, and friends, to the 2012 Division of Undergraduate Studies and College of Education Commencement Ceremony.
This ceremony signifies that the students wearing their special graduation robes are about to take a momentous step forward. It is a celebration of success, a dramatic moment in time that marks the completion of a long, challenging journey of intellectual and personal growth. It is also a celebration of the long tradition of respect for human knowledge and wisdom which universities uphold and to which our faculty dedicate their lives. We will begin this ceremony by asking those present to join the class of 2012 in singing the national anthem, as sung today by Mr. Tom Vendafredo from the School of Theater, Television, and Film. Please rise.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. And thank you, Tom. I would like to acknowledge how important families and loved ones have been in helping students reach today's graduation. Thank you, families, for your support. Also, I would like to recognize the faculty and staff members among us today, both here on stage and seated with our students, who have also been instrumental in helping our students throughout their academic careers here at San Diego State University. Please stand so we can recognize you, faculty and staff members. May I present the Provost of San Diego State University, Dr. Nancy A. Marlin.
Thank you, Dean Hovda. It is my pleasure to introduce the following colleagues and guests seated amongst those on stage. As each individual's name is called, I ask that that person stand and remain standing, and that you withhold your applause until all have been introduced. Dr. Jose Luis Alvarado, Associate Dean. Dr. Nancy Farnham, Interim Associate Dean. Dr. Patricia Lozada Santone, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs. Dr. Karen Sachs, Chair, Department of Administration, Rehabilitation, and Post-Secondary Education. Dr. Shulamit Ritblat, Chair, Department of Family, Child and Family Development. Dr. Nola Butler-Bird, Interim Chair, Department of Counseling and School Psychology. Dr. Patty Chance, Chair, Department of Educational Leadership. Dr. Marcy Bober Mitchell, Chair, Department of Educational Technology. Dr. Ann Graves, Chair, Department of Special Education. Dr. Scott Danforth, Director, School of Teacher Education. Dr. Rafaela Santa Cruz, Director, San Diego State and Claremont Graduate University Joint Doctoral Program. Dr. Marilee Bresciani and Dr. Cynthia Uline, co-directors, San Diego State Doctoral Program in Educational Leadership. Dr. Kathy Williams, Interim Associate Dean of Undergraduate Studies. Dr. Phoebe Roeder, Coordinator, Liberal Studies. Ms. Vicki Feldon, Liberal Studies Advisor. Dr. Stephen Welter, Vice President for Research and Dean of Graduate Affairs. Dr. James Kitchen, Vice President for Student Affairs. Dr. Sabina White, Alumni Association members. And seated with our doctoral candidates, Presidents Terrence Burgess from the City College. Please join me in welcoming these individuals. You may be seated. And finally, it is my honor and privilege to introduce the president of San Diego State University, Dr. Elliot Hirschman.
Good afternoon and welcome. It's my great pleasure to join our entire community in congratulating our graduates. I also wish to acknowledge the effort and support of the many family members and friends who have helped our graduates reach today. Congratulations also go to our dedicated faculty and staff members who have mentored and supported our graduates. Today is a special milestone. Reaching this milestone has required substantial personal sacrifice. And in this process, you've grown personally, professionally, and intellectually. For all of these reasons, we pay tribute to you today. In academic tradition, graduation is referred to as commencement. Thus, today is a beginning as well as an ending. Today you join the proud tradition of San Diego State University alumni. This tradition is first and foremost one of leadership and service. Our alumni serve our region and our nation by teaching the next generation, making scientific and creative contributions, advancing professions, and serving the government and their communities. In all of these fields, our alumni are innovators, entrepreneurs, and leaders. Now, as our society faces significant challenges, it's your turn to lead and serve. We're certain that the hard work, intelligence, and perseverance that has helped you succeed here at San Diego State will ensure your future success and that of our entire society. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, President Hirschman. I now present Stephen C. Welter, Vice President for Research and Dean of Graduate Affairs.
Just as this day marks the end for many of you for your formal education, it also marks the transition from full-time teaching for some of our professors. They will, however, continue their careers as scholars and as valued associates of the university. The faculty, through the Senate, customarily honors its retiring colleagues with the title Professor Emeritus. Of the faculty who are retiring and will be awarded the title Professor Emeritus in the College of Education and the Division of Undergraduate Studies, one has joined us today. Please stand and be recognized. Dr. Thomas Roberts. Who's with the Department of Child and Family Development. And I think I can say clearly on behalf of your students and your colleagues, I congratulate you on your contributions to San Diego State University, and I extend our gratitude and best wishes. So with that, let me start the process, which I suspect many of you came here today, which is the conferral of degrees, and we'll start with the conferral of doctorate degrees. Will the ushers please direct our doctoral candidates and their hooding faculty members to the ramp leading up to the stage? The doctoral degree is bestowed upon those who have demonstrated an extraordinary knowledge of an academic field and a capacity to generate original, intensive research. The degree requires coursework equivalent to at least 3 years of full-time study, further years of research, and completion of a dissertation in a specialized field. Today, we recognize doctoral candidates to the College of Education. These candidates have completed their doctoral studies, have been recommended by the Graduate Council to receive the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and the Doctor of Education. Mr. President, I have the honor to present the candidates for these doctoral degrees who are with us today. A complete listing of all our doctoral candidates is on page 12 of the commencement program.
The doctoral degree is the highest earned academic degree awarded by universities in the United States. Our participation in this traditional hooding ceremony signifies the exceptional recognition given by institutions of higher learning to students who have earned this degree.
The following individuals are candidates for the SDSU Claremont Joint Program Doctor of Philosophy and Education. Being hooded by Dr. Alberto Ochoa will be Matthew Kay. Amanda Carey is listed next. Matthew? Yeah. Matthew Kay. And Amanda Carey will be coming next. Amanda Carey Matas. The following individuals are candidates for the SDSU UCSD Joint Doctoral Program in Education. Being hooded by Dr. Douglas Fisher will be Craig A. Talbot. Being hooded by Dr. Ian Pumpian will be Cynthia Jane Lewis. The following individuals are candidates for the SDSU Doctor in Education, Specialization in Community College Leadership. Being hooded by Dr. Marilee Bresciani, we'll first start with Wendy Susan Bracken. Paul Robert Devine. Christopher Brian Hayashi. Being hooded by Dr. Charles DeGeneff will be Cecilia Dolores Medina. Being hooded by Dr. Ron Jacobs. We have Kevin Scott Heron. Next will be Freddie Noe Ramirez. Being hooded by Dr. Fred McFarland, we will have Max G. Bronscombe II. Henri Frederick Migdala. I think that was some of the free thinking we teach there. Being hooded by Dr. James Kitchen will be Beverly Ann Warren. Being hooded by Dr. Marjorie Olney, we have Glenn E. Bongalan. She'll be followed by Carol Ann Wilkinson. Being hooded by Dr. Karen Sachs, we have Silvia Garcia Navarrete. Belita Lynn Jones. The following individuals are candidates for SDSU's Doctor of Education with a specialization in pre-K-12 leadership. Being hooded by Dr. Patty L. Chance, we have Grace Cortez Jimenez. Dale Ann Sheehan. Being hooded by Dr. Kathy Cohn, we have Carol Coolberry. Marianne Kim Phelps will be next. Being hooded by Dr. Cheryl James Ward, we have Helen Virginia Griffith. Being hooded by Dr. Joseph F. Johnson, Jr., we have Stanley Jeffrey Monroe. Rashawn Lorisi Billery. Shirley Ann Wilson. Being hooded by Dr. Ian Pumpian, we have Jacqueline Kreiter Kotas. Amy Catherine Perot. Being hooded by Dr. Catherine Singh, we have Mario Martinez. Being hooded by Dr. Cynthia Uline, we have Jennifer Marie Robertson.
Will our newly hooded Doctors of Philosophy please step forward? Upon recommendation of the faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Doctors of Philosophy. Will our newly hooded Doctors of Education please step forward? Upon recommendation of the faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Education with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Doctors of Education.
San Diego State University offers the Educational Specialist degree in School Psychology. This degree is earned after at least 4 years of graduate study and is awarded to those who have demonstrated extraordinary knowledge and a mastery of professional preparation beyond their master's degree. Mr. President, I have the honor to present these candidates who have completed their specialist studies and have been recommended by the Graduate Council to receive the Educational Specialist degree in the School of Psychology. Would the candidates for the Education Specialist degree in School Psychology please come forward as your name is called? So being hooded by Dr. Tanika Green, we have Tanya del Carmen Arriaga. Natalia Cardosa. Nicholas Stevens McIntosh. Being hooded by Dr. Colette Ingraham, we have Christy San Juan Aguilar. Yolanda Cristina Barba. Being hooded by Dr. Katina Lambros, we have Karen Alicia Nunez. Natalie Cherise Pontino. Rochelle Estrada Telebrico. Being hooded by Dr. Carol Robinson Zarnato, we have Amy Marie Clary. Chelsea Elizabeth Jimmy. Mallory Sheldon Rachel. And Janice Marie So.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I confer upon you the Educational Specialist degree in School Psychology with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Please be seated.
San Diego State University offers the master's degree in 76 different programs in different areas, the arts, letters, and sciences, and professional areas, including education. These degrees are earned after at least 1 to 3 years of concentrated study and a demonstrated mastery of an academic discipline, frequently culminating in a project or a thesis. Candidates for the various master's degrees, please rise. Mr. President, I have the honor to present the candidates who have completed the requirements for the master's degree. They have been recommended by the Graduate Council to receive the master's degree in subject matter fields listed in the commencement programs.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the California State University, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the master's degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Please be seated.
At this time, I would like those students receiving their teaching credentials to rise and be acknowledged. The teaching profession is one of great challenge, but even greater reward. Education is a top priority across the country, and you as educators will have an important role to play in preparing our nation's children to be productive Americans. Please be seated.
We will now proceed to the conferral of bachelor's degrees. Candidates for bachelor's degrees will be presented by Dean Hovda and Dean Chase.
The bachelor's degree in Child and Family Development draws from many fields of study, including biology, psychology, and sociology, preparing students for a variety of professional specialties, such as special education, marriage and family therapy, social work, and law. I would like to introduce the December, May, and summer candidates for the bachelor's degree with a major in Child and Family Development. Please rise. Thank you. Please be seated.
The bachelor's degree in interdisciplinary studies in 3 departments is a student-designed major created from 3 academic areas combined to make an individual and unique course of study. I would like to introduce the December, May, and summer candidates for the bachelor's degree with a major in interdisciplinary studies in 3 departments. Please rise. Thank you. You may be seated. Liberal studies. Liberal studies is a liberal arts major with a broad curriculum encompassing many fields in arts, sciences, mathematics, and social sciences, with a special emphasis on written communication and critical thinking. Many students in this major are preparing for prospective careers in elementary education. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the December, May, and summer candidates for the bachelor's degree with a major in liberal studies. Please rise. Thank you. You may be seated.
I am delighted to recognize those students whose academic achievements have earned them recognition for outstanding scholarship. Students graduating cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude are listed in the University Commencement Program. You may also identify those graduates who have earned our highest academic honor, summa cum laude, by the gold honors braid worn over their robe. Will all those students who are graduating with academic honors, cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude, please stand. Congratulations. You may be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Isabel Cremu, outstanding graduating student who will represent the class of 2012.
Members of the class of 2012, on behalf of the Chair of the University Senate, I congratulate you on your achievement. President Hirschman, by action of the University Senate, the faculty approves and recommends awarding the degrees listed in the program. That's a good thing. All candidates for the bachelor's degrees, please rise.
Candidates for the bachelor's degree, please rise. There we go. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the California State University, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the bachelor's degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. With great pleasure, I present this diploma to symbolizing the awarding of bachelor's degrees to the entire graduating class of the Division of Undergraduate Studies and the College of Education. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Hirschman, Provost Marlin, Dr. Snavely, Dean Havda, and Dean Chase. On behalf of the class of 2012, I am proud to accept this diploma. Thank you.
Please be seated. I think you can see why, for me, graduation is the best day of the year, a day of celebration and pride. I hope each of you will embrace the joy of this day and give thanks to those who have supported you. You've accomplished much, and we're proud of you. I wish for each graduate today what I wish for my own grown children. I hope you'll continue to learn and grow, that you'll embrace our noblest aspirations, that you'll experience joy, and that ultimately you will develop to be the people you hope to be. I recognize that some of you may feel uncertainty at this point. This is perfectly and entirely natural. I've been at a university as a student or faculty member for 66 semesters. I'm a 66 semester senior. And every day brings new and unexpected situations. I can, however, assure you that no matter the twists and turns of the future, you are prepared. You've accomplished much here, and you have the capacity to learn and to grow and to meet challenges that today we cannot even envision. As your life and career develop, we hope you'll return often to your university, to your roots, to your home. We will most assuredly welcome you back. You graduate today with our affection and our respect. We're deeply honored to have shared a part of your life and grateful for the part that you have played in the life of this great university. Congratulations, graduates.
It is fitting at this time to pay tribute to San Diego State University students who have put their educations on hold to serve in the U.S. Armed Forces. We also want to thank the veterans who are here today for their service to our nation. Would you Veterans, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. It is also fitting to remember our fellow faculty and students who met untimely deaths during the past year and whose names appear in the University Commencement Program. Please join me in a moment of silence in their memory. Thank you.
Students completing the Liberal Studies major must complete a satisfactory senior assessment project in Liberal Studies 498. This culminating writing experience allows students to reflect upon their learning experience and demonstrate mastery of research and writing skills. A small percentage of our students show an exceptional depth of insight into the subject matter and ability to communicate their ideas clearly and effectively. The students who have earned our commendable designation can be recognized by the extra red and black tassel they are wearing on their mortarboard. Will those graduates who earned commendable score on their assessment project please rise? Please be seated.
Each year, departments and programs in the university choose outstanding graduates, and each of these graduates has named a faculty member who was most influential in their academic career of the graduate. These honorees will be recognized now. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing. The following are the outstanding graduates and their selected faculty for the Division of Undergraduate Studies. From Interdisciplinary Studies in 3 departments, Joseph Young. Faculty, Lee Kottner, Department of Art, Design, and Art History. From Liberal Studies, Renee Verley. Faculty, Dr. Janet Bowers, Department of Mathematics and Statistics. These are the outstanding graduates and selected faculty for the College of Education. From the Department of Administration, Rehabilitation, and Post-Secondary Education, Dwayne Bradford. Outstanding influential faculty, Dr. Nan Zhang Hampton. From the Department of Child and Family Development, Isabel Cremu. Influential faculty, Dr. Thomas Roberts. Also from the Department of Child and Family Development, Cassandra Cabridge. Faculty, Dr. Sarah Garrity. From the Department of Counseling and School Psychology, Saskia Boom. Influential faculty, Dr. Soleong Lim. From the Department of Educational Leadership, Leanne Richardson. Influential faculty, Dr. Catherine Singh. From the Department of Policy Studies and Language and Cross-Cultural Education, Claudia Fimple. Influential faculty, Dr. Cristina Alfaro. From the School of Teacher Education, Rachel Guerra. Influential faculty, Dr. Victoria Jacobs. In addition, we ask that families and loved ones of these outstanding graduates to rise and share this recognition. Thank you. Please be seated.
It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Sabrina White, representative of your San Diego State University Alumni Association.
On behalf of more than 260,000 living alumni of San Diego State University, I welcome you now to the ranks of the university alumni. We are pleased to honor you on your commencement day and want to remind you that SDSU Alumni Association will always be here for you. As you make your transition from the campus to the greater community, we hope that you'll stay in contact with your SDSU Alumni Association. And remember, wherever your success may lead you from here, you'll always be part of the Aztec family. And always remember, once an Aztec, always an Aztec. Be an Aztec for life. Congratulations.
Let us all stand now for the singing of the Alma Mater, led by Mr. Tom Van de Fredo.
Hail Montezuma, we with loyal hearts our homage pay, proud working and glorying in the spirit of the Aztec name. To thee, San Diego, and the fond traditions old and new, a tribute raise of lasting praise and steadfast faith. Hail Montezuma.
Well done, Tom. Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, I would like to excuse the President's party.
We will now recognize all students receiving their bachelor's and master's degrees and credentials. We will be alternating by college the reading of names beginning with the Division of Undergraduate Studies. Students will be directed to come to the stage to receive their diploma covers. Please follow the directions of the ushers as they guide you to the platform to receive your cover. We will begin with the students receiving the Bachelor in Interdisciplinary Studies in 3 departments and Liberal Studies. They will be followed by those in the College of Education receiving the Bachelor's in Child and Family Development, and they will be followed by the master's degrees and master's degrees with credentials who will be hooded prior to receiving their diploma cover, followed by those who will be receiving their credentials only.
The candidates for the interdisciplinary major, Pollyanna Gomez.
Nate Nicole Holmes.
Nareda Margarita Martinez.
Courtney Lamore Cosby.
Marek Maciejewski.
Benjamin Serrano.
Mireya Vasquez.
Kendra Harnage.
Elizabeth Batanich.
Vittoria Picconi.
Alexandra Gumbos.
Amber Shepard.
Jose Sandoval Montoya.
William Crotty.
Kareen Lee.
Kimberly Ray.
Vanessa Nicole Malone.
Heather W. Cole.
Karina Marisol Sanchez.
Maribel Brasida.
David James Garcia.
Tien Bui.
Dominique Maribel Kozlak.
Jessica Gonzalez.
Margaret Megan Fairbairn.
Zarella Ibarra.
Alyssa Bennett.
Brianna Perez.
Renee Verley.
Simone Dreschmeyer.
Michelle Blevins.
Holly Stewart.
Brianna Ford.
Sean McCafferty.
Caitlin Connerly Hansen.
Jillian Tugati Bielcarles.
Cassandra Ante.
Laurel Kate Henry.
Denise Brooks Ninow.
Christian Altarejos.
Vanessa Pilney.
Jacqueline Marie Renfrew.
Brianna Janae Ritchie.
Larissa Ann Jones.
Seth Andrew Geyer.
Roberta Villalobos.
Lacey Melissa Silva.
Emily Covey.
Salima Zahir.
Zainab Elmi.
Tiffany Anderson.
Yamil Gutierrez.
Tonya Reynoso.
Georgina Avina.
Vanessa Zapata.
Afifa Zaman.
Ilse Kim.
Oilani Kala.
Sarah Kirksharon.
Angela Bacon.
Elisa Giko Allen.
Julio Bautista.
Cesar Ramirez Mendez.
Rose Linda Higuera.
Ariana Casas Lara.
Alba Marina de la Torre.
Alyssa Gonzalez.
Vicky Castor.
Angelina Noel Thomas.
Gina Marie Botorini.
Kaylee Elizabeth Kent.
Kaylee Sue Neal.
Alana Perrin Langer.
Christy Lee Shaw.
Lisa Erin Milligan.
Joseph Michael D'Angelo Young.
Samantha Lynn Knock.
Bethany Therese Nelson.
Macy Murray.
Christina Marie Moore.
Lindsay Summers.
Nicole Chambers Mansour.
Carrie Nicole Clunder.
Jessica Michelle Pansagra.
Hannah Chacon.
Jessica Boone.
Gloria Cruz.
Anna Ortega.
Heather Armistead.
Alejandra Martinez.
Isabel Dolores Ayala.
Kevin Natcon Wynn.
Christina Marie Alshouse.
Jennifer Diane Romero.
Melissa Janelle Gall.
Vanessa Santos.
Emily Rochelle Wittenbach.
Alexis Damond.
Brittany Chagas.
Megan Janinga.
Elsie Morales Osuna.
Mitzi Guillen.
Crystal Wright.
Rosa La Torre.
Kayla Ann Daly.
Morgan Nicole Rydell.
Danny Rodriguez.
Emily Sluter.
Rebecca Lee Friedman.
Shayla Brockman.
Rayanne Manarang.
Olivia Jang.
Jaeyeon Oh.
Rose Silva.
Jennifer Welch.
Sarah Molly Weinberg.
Jennifer Rice.
Shayna Goodman.
Kim Pelatera.
Sonia Connor.
Megan Gore.
Amber Van Orden.
Melissa De La Torre.
Admin Valenzuela.
Melissa Franco.
Ariana Ramos.
Nicole Junkum.
Jezebel Mendez.
Annalie Garcia.
Berenice Perez.
Brittany Bennett.
Anna Gabriela Jara.
Priscilla Partida.
Alexandra B. Epstein.
Julie Tran.
Annie Nago.
Elizabeth Esquivel.
Ilse M. Escobedo.
Natalie Schutzman.
Amy Susan Bray.
Nicole Toskis.
Natalie Braithwaite Hilt.
Jessica Elise Chavez.
Melissa Ashley Lawrence.
Kathy Contreras.
Sheriana Elias.
Teresita Rocha.
Hannah Faye Penhall.
Lauren Nicole Teague.
Stephanie O'Donnell.
Alex Luciano.
Melissa Abbott.
Stacy Engelkey.
Dana Herringer.
Brianna Mahoney.
Kelly Fromm.
Isabel Astrom.
Robin Schwenk.
Catherine Hall.
Tiffany Danner.
Katie Clark.
Ashley Free.
Allison Goebel.
Kimiko Noltensmeyer.
Michelle Kent.
Shauna Likens.
Andrea Boja.
Catherine Robinson.
Chelsea Nevins.
Catherine Stevens.
Caitlin Norma Marico.
Tyler Richards.
Nadia Fakori.
Alexandra Danielle Cruz.
Stephanie Charlesworth.
Nicole Bonsuk.
Caitlin Zinsky Herford.
Liana Derringer.
Marisol Vaduri.
Alyssa Belliger.
Andrea Rojas.
Sandra Gobiecki.
Mara Elliott.
Morgan Collier Brizendine.
Naomi Rosas.
Donna Elizabeth Callahan.
Diane Briones.
Martha Ruelas.
Brenda Perez.
Jacqueline Serrano.
Gladys Lily Gutierrez.
Carla Colden.
Taylor Lavich.
Katie Noel Gore.
Felicia Nicole Feathers.
Michelle Nicole May.
Deborah Seabree.
Nicole Molyneux.
Ashley Marie Henry.
Anna Colio.
Ashley Sherman.
David Silva.
Chelsea Preston Ratka.
Courtney Koch.
Paola Karina Sabio.
Myra Elena Hernandez.
Danielle Varral.
Elizabeth.
Receiving the bachelor. No, not yet.
Elizabeth Jessie Papapietro.
Receiving the Bachelor of Arts in Social Science in preparation for the single subject teaching credential. Lindsay Goulet. The following candidates are from the Department of Child and Family Development. Am I doing this or no? Receiving the Bachelor of Science in Applied Arts and Sciences with a major in Child Development. Maria Teresa Zimmer.
Joanne Paula Wolf.
Claudia Sandoval.
Alexis Tamaris.
Shavana Aquino.
Viridiana Priest.
Viviana Priest.
Sarah Ann Fogelman.
Jennifer Lynn Braswell.
Lauren Nicole Lund.
Ariel Conger.
Megan Amado.
Christine Faye Bermudez.
Crystal Lynn McCall.
Karina Monique Ramos.
Gina Marie Abamonte.
Cynthia H. Rodriguez.
Mindy Lopez.
Maria Dawn Zamora.
Brittany Ure.
Melissa Gonzalez.
Jennifer Schaefer.
Rachel Brower.
Wenda Nye.
Brittany Moulton.
Widad Aziz.
Carly Rowe.
Lauren Gutierrez.
Rayanne Manorang.
Vincent Mastriani.
Madeline Upjohn.
Monica Carmen Bota.
Maria Victoria Condoza DeMarais.
Kevin Parker.
Esther Magnus.
Dominique Duke Sandifer.
Jasmine Thomas.
Felicia Marie DePina.
Crystal Yolo Aldi.
Maria Thea Lozano Navarro.
Angela Baca.
Jennifer Jeanette Villegas.
Shira Pita.
Camille Favor.
Vanessa Dehesa Woodson.
Isabel Cremu.
Maya Nagy Salapat.
Ali Behar.
Aaron Maury.
Morgan Malone.
Gina Nguyen.
Ellen Gale.
Mariah Quill.
Alejandra Marisol Torres.
Erica Bedner.
Laura Green.
Cassie Rosa.
Kristen Siegelman.
Andrea Michelle Wilson.
Tanya Torres.
Jamie Kathleen Bisbee.
Caitlin Marie Myers.
Richard Longa Bauer.
Casey Jean Scallon.
Danielle Denise Glidden.
Ryan Ash.
Brittany Hubbs.
Brianna Harris.
Amber Stewart.
Donna Ortiz.
Cynthia Silvestri.
Kyle Fitzpatrick.
Claudia Tapia.
Vanessa Garcia.
Julianne Bro.
Allison Perry Jacquier.
Move to the end. Move past them.
Cassandra Arroyo.
Gail Miranda.
Joanna Prado.
Brianna Navarro.
Teresa Morgan.
Carissa Wright.
Kirsten Fuller.
Shonda Newman.
Patty Tran.
Amanda Wright.
Ashley Nicole Martindale Gray.
Rashonda Adother.
Andrea Casiba.
Danielle Graham.
Kristen K. Caldwell.
Nicole Volper.
Megan Marie Aumack.
Erin Margaret Senf.
I think we're hooding people now.
The following candidates are from the Department of Administration, Rehabilitation, and Post-Secondary Education. Receiving the Master of Science in Rehabilitation Counseling.
Deborah Ann Webb.
Melanie McIntyre Giuliano.
Maureen McIntyre.
Daphne Leake.
Kristen Meredith Smithers.
Stacy Tran.
Stephen Eickerman.
Arlene K. Yamagata.
Nancy Pham.
Jesus de la Peña.
Alvira Martinez.
Rosalia Madrigal.
Bianca Quave.
Receiving the Master of Science in Rehabilitation Counseling with a specialization in cognitive disability.
Nicole Peltakian.
Brianne Kennedy.
Roberta Van Buren Addins.
Charlene Sluter. Kent Holt.
Nicole Fullerton.
Receiving the Master of Science in Rehabilitation Counseling with a specialization in rehabilitation technology.
Melissa Williams.
Receiving the Master of Science in Rehabilitation Counseling with a specialization in psychiatric rehabilitation.
Dwayne Bradford.
Seneca Sharp.
Alyssa Descend.
Michelle Godoy.
Receiving the Master of Science in Rehabilitation Counseling with a specialization in deafness and hard of hearing.
Rose Marie Pabon. And Jazzy.
Isaac Ruperto Arguelles Ibarra.
Jeffrey Bruce Lubman.
Jenny Nomini.
Receiving the Master of Arts in Education, concentration in post-secondary educational leadership with a specialization in student affairs.
Gigi Price.
Erica Vasquez.
Brianna Ellis.
Cindy Sue.
Rachel Wilhelm.
Adriana Elaine Scott Branson.
Allison Goldstein.
Nancy Moreno.
Petrina Yui Sing Lo.
Melissa Felix.
Elizabeth Zamora.
Bertha Miranda.
Varcelis L. Cummings.
Rodrigo Gutierrez Jr.
Brianna Kruger.
Christopher Glover.
Lisa Helene Brockman.
Receiving the Master of Arts in Education, concentration in post-secondary educational leadership.
Katrina Hickson.
Clayton Luttrell.
Julian Vicente Zamora.
Suzanne Simpson.
The following candidates are from the Department of Child and Family Development, receiving the Master of Science in Child Development.
Nicole Nunez.
Carly Gosser.
Giselle Melendez.
Cassandra Blomberg.
The following candidates are from the Department of Counseling and School Psychology, receiving the Master of Science in Counseling with a concentration in marriage and family therapy.
Rosa Montoya.
Monica Joy Woodruff.
Quan Lin Ho.
Saskia Boom.
Carolyn Goggin Adams.
Alicia Rubin.
Receiving the Master of Science in Counseling with a concentration in school counseling and the Pupil Personnel Service Credential.
Fiona Ho.
Miriam Pacheco.
Michaela Rios.
Irene Chung.
James Kennedy.
Diego Arias Lomeli.
Mariko Cavey.
Ashley Marie Green.
Jason Marr.
Michael Parks.
Cynthia Medina Arocha.
Adrian Omar Arciniega.
Christine Benton.
How do you say that? Alyssa Batesba Ashley.
Receiving the Master of Arts in Education with a concentration in counseling, the community-based block.
Mackenzie Puckett.
Rita Isabel Mahia.
Krista Singh Mendoza.
Elvin Geeston II.
Vicenta Maria Summers.
Abdi Malik Bool.
Andre Jones.
Octavio Leal.
Javier Carrillo.
Belin Adriana Lopez.
Zemzem Mohammed.
Kristen Pamintuan.
Jorge Manuel Guerrero.
Alan Skogel.
Hugh Wynn.
Michael Vincent Beltrano.
David H. Martinez.
Sam Harvey.
Allison Fleck.
Tiffany Ross.
The following candidates are from the Department of Educational Leadership, receiving the Master of Arts in Education with a concentration in educational leadership and specialization in pre-K-12 education and the Preliminary Administrative Services credential.
Sarah Buck.
Maria Cici Garcia.
Pamela King.
Christy Smith.
Leanne Richardson.
The following candidates are from the Department of Educational Technology, receiving the Master of Arts in Education with a concentration in educational technology.
Brian Patrick Melrose.
Claudia Falk.
Ladan Moshiri.
Scott Simpson.
Mike Andrews.
Jessica Ebel.
Angela Traven.
Christina Missoni.
Avanel Joseph Edwards.
Devin William Probert.
Jacqueline Abond.
Anderson Bowles.
Can't do that, sorry. Steven Zanotti.
Melissa Mowat.
Tom Lilly.
Regina Ann Patch.
Michelle Ballou McBride.
Vanessa Mitchell.
Gregory Pitzer.
Lissa Hughes.
Jose Lucero.
Julian Napolitan.
Kristen Coleman.
Rochelle Vogt.
Brian Levels.
Aurora Velasco Jones.
Osman Engen.
Maridusmita Bora.
Receiving the Master of Arts in Education with a concentration in policy studies in language and cross-cultural education.
Puna Pedar.
Shanaz Ahmadian.
Marisol Igareda.
Alma Ivan Marin Rodriguez.
Jeff Newman.
Myra Christine Sarabia.
Claudia Fimple.
Robert Pollock.
The following candidates are from the Department of Special Education, receiving the Master of Arts in Education concentration in Special Education with a specialization in autism.
Alice Miang Abalos.
Denise Renee Leopard.
Megan Margaret O'Hara.
Ryan David Girdich.
Megan Mary Davis.
And Layden Fosselman.
Abigail Tolchin.
Janet Quinette Ridges.
Megan Elizabeth Harrison.
Alexandra Jimenez.
Karen Hua.
Kathleen Aaron Dengerink.
Kimberly Gutierrez.
Receiving the Master of Arts in Education concentration in Special Education with a specialization in Early Childhood Education. Sarah Kelly.
Receiving the Master of Arts in Education concentration in Special Education with a specialization in mild moderate disabilities.
Monica Carlson.
Savannah I. Sturgis.
Gloria Zapata Sanchez.
Kristen Zonzius.
Leanne Greenlaw.
Karen Saki.
Receiving the Master of Arts in Education concentration in Special Education with a specialization in moderate severe disabilities.
Chelsea Hodge.
Jana Paper.
The following candidates are from the School of Teacher Education, receiving the Master of Arts in Education with a concentration in secondary curriculum and instruction.
Maria Salgado Miller.
Marissa Wilson.
Receiving the summer-only Master of Arts in Teaching for K-12 Language Arts.
Rhonda Fox.
Katie Tinyet Din Nguyen.
Danae Lovell Washek.
Nancy Klein.
Leah Hallinan.
Receiving
Patricia Ann Ricasata.
Am I reading this or no? Is that yes? Receiving the Master of Arts in Education with a concentration in K-8 Mathematics Education.
Emily Sue Parker.
Christy Laura Cunningham.
Emily Newman.
Rachel Guerra.
Anthony Villanueva.
Michelle Lynn Mingo.
Cynthia Tong.
Anna Marie Hunt.
Tanya Davenport.
Lisa Nguyen Hess.
Trina Martin Nuvong.
Lillian Yuhua Pei.
Claire Marianne Metcalf Gardner.
Charity Silvas.
Melissa Jean Bird.
Karen Janelle Connor.
Nancy Elaine Paulson.
Joanna Sarah Irving.
Tiffany Marie Inocencio.
Elisa Rosalie Aguirre Peñalosa.
Receiving the Master of Arts in Education with a concentration in Reading Education and Reading Language Arts Specialist Credential.
Erin Callahan Nelson.
Jennifer Chadbourne Cass.
Susan Robbins.
Veronica Jones.
Veronica Chalco.
Amy Marie Simons.
Michael Ray Bruder.
Deidre Tinio.
Janice Anderson.
The following credential candidates are from the Department of Educational Leadership, receiving the Preliminary Administrative Services Credential.
Leslie Hardiman.
The following credential candidates are from the Department of Policy Studies and Language and Cross-Cultural Education, receiving the single subject BCLAD bilingual credential.
Catherine Lopez Ramos.
Fausto Baltazar.
Receiving the multiple subject BCLAD bilingual credential.
Carla Paula Barrios del Real.
Ariel Castillo Garrido.
The following credential candidates are from the Department of Special Education, receiving the Early Childhood Special Education credential.
Claudia Garcia.
Alyssa Hodge.
Receiving the mild moderate disabilities credential.
Receiving the mild moderate disabilities credential and bilingual credential ALAS program.
Serena Hodge.
Anna Whitraw Nunez.
Norma Gonzalez Torres.
Jacobo Dominguez.
Rosiluz Nafarate.
Anna Matilda Medina.
Priscilla Karen Aurora Arco.
Receiving the moderate severe disabilities credential.
Eric Morales.
From the School of Teacher Education and receiving the multiple subject credential, 3-semester block.
Ashley Peebles.
Laura Custenborder.
Mr. Lena Barros.
Mandy Marcus.
Receiving the multiple subject credential, Alliance for Excellence and Diversity block.
Jamie Schoenbrunn.
Sarah Lynn Jenkins.
Lexi Ann Rose.
Krista Ann Darby.
Receiving the multiple subject credential, East County block.
Amanda Leonore Palote.
Mandy Betty.
Susan Sam Goro.
Kristen Gilhooly.
Andrea Schuer.
Receiving the multiple subject credential, San Diego block.
Kelsey Cottrell.
Anna Brazel.
Molly McRory.
Julia Hill.
Megan Ann Cottle.
Receiving the multiple subject credential Chula Vista block.
Christina Jimenez.
Amanda Victoria Armendariz.
Katie Jarrett.
Jasmine Manifold.
Melanie Kalemlim.
Kayala Asher.
Receiving the single subject credential City Heights block.
Clement Spita.
Eric Edwards.
Gregory May.
Kyle Merchant.
Receiving the single subject credential Partners in Education block.
Kyle Ball.
Sarah Grace Lunny.
Receiving the single subject credential Linked Learning block. Crystal Bylone.
Roberto Carlos Partida.
Now I would like to ask Ms. Renee Verley to lead the class of 2012 in the tassel change ceremony.
Thank you, fellow bachelor's degree candidates. Please rise. It is customary at this time for all candidates to transfer their tassels from the right side to the left, symbolizing the moment of graduation. Thank you. Please be seated.
Please be seated. Our thanks to all who've contributed to this commencement. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of San Diego State University, I extend best wishes to our graduates for full and happy lives and successful careers. To the families and loved ones of all our graduates, we recognize your love and support. We share with you your pride in seeing years of great effort happily fulfilled. In a moment, we will begin the recessional. Graduates are asked to please remain seated until your row is called and asked to rise. We would also ask that families and friends join graduates at the main gates to Viejas Arena. For those of you exiting up the stairs through the main gates, please walk slowly and carefully as the stairs are very steep. Again, congratulations, graduates.